You wanted to see me? Yes. Did you know that over 1 million people pack into Times Square to ring in the New Year? I didn't have the exact number, but I'm aware the event is pretty well attended. Well, Dodgeball was a terrible failure. Not only did it fail to bring in tourists, but it caused a great deal of damage both to cars and buildings. I thought you were thrilled at how it turned out. And I still am, as a business owner, but as a mayor I'm appalled at the disaster. Since the whole thing was your idea, I was hoping you could work out a way so we can attract visitors for New Year's. My idea is that we get together and jog for a mile or two. Others took that idea and morphed it into a battle royale where you all chucked baseballs at each other in the street. I'm appointing you tourism czar. Does the tourism czar get a salary? No, but he does get a title and this imperial crown. Yes, but they give these crowns away free at Burger King. They're not free, you have to buy a kid's meal. I'll do it, but not for the crown jewels or the impressive titles. I'll just do it to help the town. I'm going to announce the idea at the next town meeting, so if you can have some ideas and numbers ready to combat the insane suggestions. No, to ground citizen input into a factual context. Knowing our town meetings, it should be orderly and dignified. I'd like to close this meeting with a proposal to expand our New Year's festivities to appeal to visitors from out of town. What do we do now? Nothing. Nothing? We only recently lifted the 11 o'clock curfew. Why did we have a curfew? Although we live nowhere near New England, certain elements in town saw fit to go berserk when the Red Sox won the World Series. But they did come back 3-0 against the evil Empire, and then they swept the Cardinals. It was pretty exciting. No, this was back when they beat the Cubs in 1918. When you're blessed with horns like this, it's a crime against nature not to flip a few cars. How old are you? So we don't do anything? Old Year's Eve is going to fall on a Tuesday, and that's Happy Days trivia night down at the Pheasant Plucker. Rebecca's reigning champion. I know everything there is to know about Arthur Fonzarelli. And at the stroke of midnight we roll right into Gilligan's Island. I was thinking of something a little bit bigger than trivia night, something we can hold right in the center of town. You know what's popular? Oh, fuck me. Fine, what's popular? Mardi Gras. If we could drink out in the street and pass last call, that would really get things going. This again. I've told you over and over that it's in violation of state law. Everybody loves it. The partying, the drinking, the beads. I've seen documentaries. Those Girls Gone Wild tapes you rent from the Betamax don't count as documentaries. I've never been to a New Year celebration since I like to go to bed early and get an early jump on the New Year, but I understand that family-friendly events do very well and result in far less property damage. Family-friendly is just another way of saying lame. What are we going to drop? Drop? New York has a ball, Atlanta has a peach, and Nashville a musical note. What will we drop? How about the sun? A year's when the earth goes completely around the sun, so we could drop the sun. What do you have in mind? We can have this great yellow light bulb and we drop it right at midnight so it plunges and shatters and doves fly out. I'm sorry, but we had way too much broken glass in the streets after that dodgeball fiasco, and aside from how you're going to cram a bunch of doves into a light bulb, the poor things will just end up getting electrocuted. Fine, if you want safety, we'll just get a big styrofoam ball and paint it yellow. Perfectly safe. But won't that just look like a great big lemon? Lame. How about an old man? An old man? Yes, the old year is always portrayed as an old man, and the new year as a baby. So we take this old man, and we lower him and set him on fire, and he burns away to reveal the baby. Won't it look like the old man's pregnant and giving birth while engulfed in flames? He won't look pregnant. He'll be skinny. The old year is always lean. Just because your idea sucked doesn't mean you have to be critical. How will we know it's a baby? He'll be very small and wearing a top hat. Babies don't wear top hats. This one will. It symbolizes the buoyant spirits and exuberance of a new beginning. I'm sorry, Rebecca, but I don't want anything involving burning effigies. How about a pocket watch? We can make a fake pocket watch and hang it on a gold chain and lower it gently without shattering or anything. That sounds rational and practicable. Since there are 12 numbers on the face of a clock and 12 months in a year, we can have the names of the months instead of numbers. Better and better. Raise your hands or your tails if you like Marion's pocket watch idea. Motion carried. As tourism czar, I'll be making up a list of volunteers for the fabrication committee. So your stupid pocket watch is looking pretty good, but what's with all the tykes? Emily is hedging her bets and holding a family-friendly event before the official watch drop. And when we get rid of all the kids, we can get the real party started. Do you have to put it like that? The little darlings will go home and to bed at an appropriate hour, and that'll clear things for whatever debauchery you have planned. Oh, it's gonna be great. By the way, what's with the unicorn? We're planning a separate drop for the kids at 9 p.m. It's 9 o'clock. Woohoo! Yes, thank you, Simon. Well, I nearly forgot we'd need something to drop, so we had to find something at the last minute. This is a piece from a disassembled carousel that we found at a nearby junkyard. It looks like it has a spear through its guts. Is that how you killed it? It has a section of the pole still attached. Can somebody get me a hacksaw and a file? So I assume you'll have a bunch of lame kid events. Over Andy's vociferous objections, we were going to have a pony ride, but there's not a spare pony to be found in the entire county, so we had to settle for this old tricycle. It's all rusty and battered. You got it at the same junkyard, didn't you? No, we got it at Toys R Us. It's brand new. Of course. I heard you're going to have fireworks. I hope that wasn't too expensive. It didn't cost the town a penny. You did hire a reputable licensed professional, didn't you? Nah, Barney's going to do it for free. And the fireworks? I always keep a large supply of fireworks on hand in case of an emergency. Yes, you always want to plan ahead for those fireworks emergencies. And your idiot flunky is going to be setting them off. It'll be fine. Of course, recreational explosives at a crowded event. How can that be dangerous? And did the kids get a free tetanus shot before their pony ride? I'm busy here, so if you'll excuse me. Evening, fellas. Evening, Sheriff. How's everything going? Marion sent you to spy on us, didn't she? You're such a narc. I'm not a narc. I'm an officer of the law. And why should you be worried? We're not. I can't help noticing all the little cups. Those are for Jello. Really? Jello? Yes, we're selling little cups of Jello. Folks will be hungry. How much? $5. That's quite a lot for a tiny cup of Jello. You're sure there isn't going to be any liquor in these? No, of course not. Everybody loves Jello. Nobody loves Jello. It's the worst thing about being in the hospital. Aside from dying. I love Jello. I eat it every day. How do you think I get my vitamin C? Fine, fine. I believe you. Just no public intoxication. Anything else, Henry? Yes, about the fireworks. Barney's never been convicted of arson. That's very comforting, but you're sure you know what you're doing? Yes, we set off explosives all the time. We once took this toilet out into this empty field. Stop. If I don't know about it, I don't have to do anything. Just stay safe. So I see we have a couple of visitors. So what did you think? It was very nice. And we weren't throwing anything. What? She means that we weren't throwing anything except the best New Year's party in Montana. The fireworks were fun. Nearly all of them went straight up into the sky like they were supposed to. And the few that got away and flew horizontally only hit structures that weren't flammable. That little fellow nearly got hit, but he leapt out of the way. Velociraptors are very agile. And the pocket watch was such a clever idea. Thank you so much. I thought of it. The only thing is, why did you choose to drop the watch at 1 a.m.? What? You timed your countdown for 1 a.m. No, it was right at midnight. Maybe they forgot about daylight savings. No, but that would put the countdown at 11 p.m. We all put our clocks ahead the first Sunday in November. You're supposed to move your clocks back in November. That doesn't make any sense. That makes the days way too long in the summer and way too short in the winter. Sorry, but that's the way it is. You know, spring forward, fall back. I don't get it. It's a mnemonic trick to remember how and when to change the clocks. Rebecca, you have arms. Make a note of this. I have arms, but I don't have pen or paper. Your cells should update automatically. Our cells? They mean our biological clocks. Mammals must be really good at keeping track of time. We had a lovely evening, but this is getting weird and we're going to leave.